Christ konkova phua nahi. Heja Gospel reading pa Luke chapter 12, 32 panga 48 kuwa. Nang remind hon hi nang faithful ngin tat ngale. Juban ka mod rang. Jesus me hi thue hi nang ready dong rang. Ati nong ka jako. Ati me erengin be hi thu rang dang ka. Ngin tat ti hi ha kahani pa thu ko wa. Kahani ko tang ti pa ma. Ha he ka kam ku lama. Thongun wa chenin ma tuang tang ma mua. Tuang tang ma mot ti kha kam mot lit ko chin ko min ku min di ko. Tuang tang ma lamu ti khamin chi chu min. Jesus ma nang kam ko thong hun rak ngai he nang tuang tang ma mu ki le. Jesus pa tongam te nong ka rimin pa mani ki le. Nang homoy nang ngun kompa san nang yus ki le. Nang ma try hone nang min Jesus rang tuang tang hadang rang. Nang hun pa hun kham ngale. Mi rang kam mot rang ready chen dang le. Amen.
Sunday, the 10th of August, 2025. First reading. Reading from the Book of Wisdom. That night of our liberation was made known beforehand to our fathers, so that they might rejoice in sure knowledge of the oaths in which they trusted. The deliverance of the righteous and the destruction of their enemies were expected by your people. For by the same means by which you punished our enemies, you called us to yourself and glorified us. For in secret the holy children of good people offered sacrifices and with one accord agreed to the divine law, that the saints would share alike the same things, both blessings and dangers, and already they were singing the praises of the fathers. Responsorial Psalm. Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage. Ring out your joy to the Lord, O you just, for praise is fitting from the upright. Bless the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen as his heritage. Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage. Yes, the Lord's eyes are on those who fear him, who hope in his merciful love to rescue their soul from death, to keep them alive in famine. Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage. Our soul is waiting for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. May your merciful love be upon us as we hope in you, O Lord. Bless the people the Lord has chosen as his heritage. Second reading. Reading from the book of Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. For by it the people of old received their commendation. By faith Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to a place that he was to receive as an inheritance. And he went out, not knowing where he was going. By faith he went to live in the land of promise, as in a foreign land, living in tents with Isaac and Jacob, heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God. By faith Sarah herself received power to conceive, even when she was past the age, since she considered him faithful who had promised. Therefore from one man, and him as good as dead, were born descendants as many as the stars of heaven, and as many as the innumerable grains of sand by the seashore. These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but having seen them and greeted them from afar, and having acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on the earth. For people who speak thus make it clear that they are seeking a homeland. If they had been thinking of that land from which they had gone out, they would have had opportunity to return. But as it is, they desire a better country, that is, a heavenly one. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared for them a city. By faith Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac, and he who had received the promises was in the act of offering up his only son, of whom it was said, "Through Isaac shall your offspring be named." He considered that God was able even to raise him from the dead, from which, figuratively speaking, he did receive him back. Gospel acclamation. Alleluia, alleluia. Stay awake and be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. Alleluia. Gospel. Reading from the book of Luke. At that time, Jesus said to his disciples, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the needy. Provide yourselves with money bags that do not grow old, with a treasure in the heavens that does not fail, where no thief approaches and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Stay dressed for action and keep your lamps burning, and be like men who are waiting for their master to come home from the wedding feast, so that they may open the door to him at once when he comes and knocks. Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will dress himself for service and have them recline at table, and he will come and serve them. If he comes in the second watch or in the third and finds them awake, blessed are those servants. But know this, that if the master of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have left his house to be broken into. You also must be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect." Peter said, "Lord, are you telling this parable for us or for all?" And the Lord said, "Who then is the faithful and wise manager, whom his master will set over his household, to give them their portion of food at the proper time? Blessed is that servant whom his master will find so doing when he comes. Truly, I say to you, he will set him over all his possessions. But if that servant says to himself, 'My master is delayed in coming,' and begins to beat the male and female servants, and to eat and drink and get drunk, the master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour he does not know, and will cut him in pieces and put him with the unfaithful. And that servant who knew his master's will, but did not get ready or act according to his will receive a severe beating. But the one who did not know, and did what deserved a beating, will receive a light beating. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required, and from him to whom they entrusted much, they will demand the more." Gospel of the Lord.